Happy Thursday. It's your girl UC Kayla, and I am back with another review of Sistas on BET. Guys, I'm super excited to get into the episode because I thoroughly enjoyed it last night. This was episode 3 of season 5 entitled No Stress. But before we get into it, I have to do my disclaimer. If you haven't already, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, and share if you like the content, because I only want to do it if you like it. Also, guys, don't forget, I review All American Homecoming. And now that Fatima is gone off, we might be able to do a hot topic video here and there. No promises because I'm super busy, but I am going to make sure to keep you guys engaged with all things Sistas. All right, y'all. So y'all know how we do. I'm not doing the scene by scene breakdown, but I am going to give you my top 5 moments of the episode, which was hard because this whole episode, it was like hilarious. It was drama. It was stressful. But yeah, so let's get into it. At number 1, I have Danny and Andy's conversation in Andy's house when Danny busted in on her and Gary. I felt like last night we got the old Danny back. Like, them jokes was coming back to back, making the situation worse, making people uncomfortable. Like, it was classic Danny, and I was living. Now, what I did think was kind of, I don't know, considering that it's Gary, I wasn't really mad. But in real time, and I've talked about this before on some of my older reviews, like, I don't like how they barge in on each other. I don't like how they let their friends come before the men that they're with and stuff like that. But because it's Gary, he shouldn't have never been there, so I didn't mind him leaving. But under any other circumstances, they would have did the same thing. And it's just like, this is why y'all can't keep a man. But in this case, the man that she trying to keep, she don't need to keep. So I'm good on that. But yeah, I really enjoyed that scene. Danny did her thing, trying to look for Sabrina. So it was like she was there for something important. But, the comic relief was much needed to keep me from wanting to strangle Andy, as I'm sure many of us did. All right, at number 2, I have the Calvin and Q fight Calvin versus Q fight featuring Chris. Y'all, I knew Calvin, and I tweeted this. If you're not following me on Twitter, you can follow me at @girlKaylaD. I tweeted this. I knew Calvin was going to start something else. He couldn't finish. Calvin one thing about Calvin, he gonna throw that first punch. He gonna get that first lick off. But then after that, like, Calvin, he forever starting fights and can't fight. I can't. But Chris was hilarious. I tweeted, like, he did Maurice proud, because y'all know Maurice is normally the one in that segment of the episode that gives the comic relief when it's a Q and Calvin. Normally it's Q, Calvin, Maurice. So Chris, he came in strong. I was like, okay, Chris, because y'all know Chris has only had a couple lines here and there. He hasn't been like a major part. We have seen him interact with Maurice, but he was able to shine through. It wasn't just serious. It wasn't just the fight. It wasn't just drama. It wasn't just funny. Chris did a great job. I don't know the actor's name that plays Chris, but I was having a great time watching that scene. It was hilarious. And I can't stand Q, but y'all already knew that, and I'm sure most of y'all feel the same way. All right, at number 3, we have Zach and Fatima. So this was when Zach and Fatima were at home, getting ready to go. Well, Fatima was getting ready to go to the gym. And, of course, Zach always coming at the last second, like he always does, trying to tag along. But I enjoyed the scene. It was giving Fatima, like, obviously there's Fatima, but it was giving Fatima the TV show. Now that we've watched Fatima and I see that background and, that set that's supposed to be Zach's house, it like puts me in the Fatima mindset. And since I'm missing Fatima and we're not getting any more episodes for now, I really enjoyed that scene. But of course, I'm a Fatima fan. I thought it was good to get some of Fatima's backstory. Obviously, we see how Tyler tried to tie Madam into the show from All the Queen's Men, which is fine. I'm not hating. I don't actually watch All the Queen's Men, but I heard she's a bad girl. So that gives us some backstory on Fatima's life and family. And then Zach even kind of, if you missed it, Tyler made sure to make Zach say that, like, oh, so that's why you cool with me going to jail, da-da-da-da-da. So that was cool. Hopefully that'll be some character development for Fatima, because out of everybody Even though this is Sistas, the only person that's had the most character development is actually Zach. So, boom. All right, at number 4, I have Lisa and Karen's conversation slash plan, I guess, for Karen to get her feelings out. But she been doing that. I mean, okay. As a mother, Lisa is doing what she's supposed to do. I'm not going to say that Lisa is being outlandish or she's not thinking clearly or whatever. What Lisa probably should be doing is be asking Karen what has been going on and wait until she gets an honest answer. Because Karen has let both of them know how she's feeling. She might not have done it in a productive way, but she has let them know. Do I think that her writing these letters is going to change anything? No, I don't think that at all. But that's just me. I don't think it was a bad idea. And again, as a mother, Lisa's giving that advice she's supposed to give. Karen's not exactly being the most forthcoming with her mom about her bad behavior since her mom has been away. Admitting to her mother that the baby could be either's. I mean, she kind of has already done that, but then, of course, it came up again. And she did say she thinks Aaron is a great man. So I don't know. I mean, Karen be all over the place, so I'm not really getting a lot into this because Tyler will have Karen's character move forward in some of the things that she says, and she's like, I just want to get over Zach and I want to move on, But then next week we'll be right back into Karen acting a fool. The synopsis for one of the upcoming episodes is that Karen focuses all her fury on Zach. So it's just like, I don't get excited to hear Karen say stuff like that because it doesn't stick. And that's just how Tyler has, written her character. Sorry, y'all, if y'all see me looking over, I'm looking at my notes. But, all right. And my last of the top 5 moments, I had Fatima, Zach, and Aaron at the gym. Y'all, featuring Deja. I'm just like, first of all, let's get into it. So, if you don't watch Fatima, you probably like, who is Deja? Where does this girl come from? Deja, obviously, because she kept calling them neighbors, is Zach's tenant living in the other side of Zach's duplex townhouse situation. But Deja and Zach, they started discussing Deja moving in. Before Zach got mad at Fatima, went out and went to this party where Deja was stripping at, because she's a stripper. She's supposed to be a nail tech, but we ain't never seen her with a nail, a drill, nothing. But anyway, Zach went to a party and Deja was dancing at the party. Zach got a dance from Deja. They was a little too close for comfort. So Zach woke up that next morning because he was also drinking, tried to undo it, but he couldn't undo it. So now they're stuck with Deja. Okay, so bring you into Sistas. So now Deja's at the gym where Zach and Fatima are. It's not like they have a gym it's not a building or anything like that. We've all seen Zach's house. It's a freestanding double family home, right? Okay, so are you at the same gym they are? I mean, it could be a coincidence, but knowing Deja, it's not. And I don't want to give away all of the Fatima tea. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But it's probably not a coincidence. They should be doing too much. And I really wanted Fatima to slap her to sleep. Now, I can understand everybody like, oh, she need to fight Karen. I'm not going to advocate for somebody to fight somebody while they're pregnant. She's not supposed to be fighting anyway, but I'm definitely not going to advocate for that. Not saying Karen doesn't deserve it with that mouth and the way she's been acting towards Fatima, but she is pregnant. However, Deja ain't pregnant. I wanted Fatima to slap the taste out of her mouth because she is straight up just in your face like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to try to get at your man no matter what conversations we've had, no matter what he's told me, no matter what you told me. And I ain't rocking with that. The actress that plays Deja is doing a phenomenal job because she gets on my nerves. Now, then we have Zach and Fatima having their own little dispute after Aaron. So Aaron comes in to try to say, oh, we need to not stress Karen out. You the only one. I felt like that. You the only one stressing her out. Now, I've been seeing on Twitter, a lot of people were saying Zach is too upset. He's still in love with Karen. I don't think Zach is still in love with Karen. And I'm not saying that as a Fatima fan. I'm saying as a person who, before I got married, in relationships, when that relationship is unraveling, when things are going bad, I'm already disconnecting. So the official is over. I'm good to go. Everybody's different. Everybody don't need a whole lot of time. I'm not saying you don't still think about that person. I'm not saying he might not have love in his heart for Karen, but is he still in love with her? I don't think so. I think that Zach gets so annoyed with Aaron because y'all have to remember, Aaron came into Karen's life knowing that she and Zach had a situation. They weren't necessarily together, but they had a situation. Aaron came in with Zach like, oh, I respect your situation. Then in a flip of a blink of an eye, when he started developing feelings for Karen, it was like, oh, well, I'm the best thing for Karen. Meanwhile, you barely know Karen. Zach's been knowing her for 3 years. And you already knew we had a situation. It was just like, hey, I'm going after your woman, but I want you to be cool with me about it. Y'all know what y'all remember those episodes when Karen and Aaron were developing? So you have to think of it from Zach's perspective. And especially when he tried to speak to Fatima, I think that's what triggers Zach. Like, okay, you've already done this to me once. You're not finna do this to me again, especially not with Fatima. You know, you'll come in like you my friend. Oh, I love the Lord. I'm a preacher. Oh, hi, buddy. You know, I respect it. Da-da-da-da-da. Then all of a sudden, then y'all at the hotel creeping and you drinking and all this kind of stuff. Aaron be flipping. So, I can understand why Zach don't really fool with Aaron like that, regardless of his status with Karen. Now, as far as the argument that ensued after after Aaron went away, because, child, anyway, I feel like Zach with that, like, what? Go away. You're the only person stressed out. So if you want her to stop being stressed out, stop stressing out. Tell her to stop calling me and my girl and popping up where I'm at. Boom. But as far as Zach and Fatima's argument, Fatima got to let that go. And then you keep bringing Karen up, keep bringing Karen up, keep bringing Karen up, keep bringing Karen up, and then get shot when he called you Karen. I don't think that was like a Freudian slip. A Freudian slip is like when somebody's on your mind, so you accidentally say, or something's in your mind and you accidentally say it. I think it was you kept talking about Karen, and then he was just making an example that was like, when I wake up, are you in love with Karen? When I go to bed, are you in love with Karen? Da, da, da. So he keeps saying her name. Fatima keeps saying her name. Fatima's arguing with him over something that they've already established, probably giving him flashbacks, and then he was like, Karen. I think that's what it was. I do not think this is an indication that Zach is in love with Karen. I do think Fatima will get past this, as long as Fatima lets them get past it. Like, that's been Zach's point to everybody. He's trying to leave the past behind, and people keep running him down, chasing him down with his past. Let him move on. But anyway, y'all, I enjoyed the episode. I wish I had time to do more moments because it was lit. Post Sabrina, I hope we get to see her and Maurice next week because we finna be on season 4. Where they at? And we want to know what's going to happen with that. For the first time, they actually have a good storyline, since they ain't had a good storyline since the Alonzo thing. What was that, season 1 or season 2? So anyway, yeah, we need that. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend tomorrow, and I will see you back here Tuesday if you watch All American Homecoming, and I will see you Thursday for another Sistas video. Bye, guys.